Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our admins who received this story. If you have any story that you want to share with us, please feel free to contact me on my WhatsApp number. Then you can just drop your confession. And please, if I take time to respond, do not think that I'll be ignoring you, because there are a lot of messages that do come on a daily basis. So the following story that you're going to be listening to, it reads like this. Dumelang, hello, my name is Taviso, and I am a 44-year-old man, not my real name, because I've been living with a heavy burden for many years, and I am reaching out to you, hoping that someone can help me to find a way out of this mess. So, 1998, and I was 18 years old at that time. I was full of life and I was full of dreams. The problem was that even though I was very ambitious, I was madly in love with a girl that was also from our own neighborhood. She was like the most beautiful thing that I had ever seen in my life, and I wanted her to be mine. The problem was that everyone knew that this girl, like, she was not as decent as I pretended that she was, and she was into dating a lot of guys. And when I would try to speak with her, she could not even notice me. She would only notice me whenever I had some money on me. If she wanted to use me, that was the only way that she could notice me. That was when I told myself that it was far much better for me to find a sangoma. So kileka kupana li sangoma, and I heard that this man was going to help me with some love potions. When I first went to that sangoma's place, I had this other friend of mine who wanted to be a great footballer. So he had been told that if he can go to a sangoma, he can be given some charms that can make him to be very powerful when he will be playing football. So I just accompanied him, but I had my other intentions. I wanted this girl to be the love of my life. This sangoma was a mysterious old man, and he told my friend that indeed he was going to be able to assist him so that he can have a football career, but it never went anywhere. As for me, I was asked if I had anything that I wanted from this sangoma. At first I refused, but that man, it seemed as if he saw everything that was in my heart. He told me about the girl that I was in love with. If this man was from our community, I could have said that he was just telling me things that everyone knew, but we had gone from our area going into another community where this sangoma was staying. He told me about the way that I loved this girl, and if he could give me some charms, and if I used the charms that he was going to give me, the girl was going to fall in love with me. He gave me a small thing that I had to wear around my neck, and told me to keep it on at all the times. He said that no one but me was supposed to touch this necklace. I was only supposed to remove it when I would be with that girl so that she won't touch it. He also warned me, and he gave me a very strong warning. And he said that once I had used this charm, there was never going back. A lot of women, they were going to come to me and they were going to love me. This Angoma assured me that the girl would love me with all of her heart. Not only her, but more and more women, they would come to me. At first, all that I cared about was to be in love with this woman. Not long after that, when I started using that charm, it started working. The girl suddenly noticed me, and before I knew it, we were together. Soon after I had slept with that girl, I did not care about her, and I started to live my best life. All the girls that I dated, they were very beautiful, and it felt like it was the best time of my life. But as they say, the devil is always in the details. What I did not realize was that the thing that had been attracting all of these beautiful women to me, it was not just the charm, but it was another demonic entity, something dark that I had allowed to enter into my world. I had just gotten myself a spiritual wife, and unfortunately I then ended up losing that necklace. I don't know how exactly I lost it. One moment it was there in my room, the next it was not there. When I returned back to that sangoma, the man was truly sick and he could not assist me. As for the relatives, after the death of that sangoma, I heard that they had gone to the river where they had left everything that he was using. So I just returned back home and I continued living my life, but it then started with the dreams. I began seeing a very beautiful woman in my sleep. She would always come to me, seducing me, and she was always naked. She would visit me almost each and every night, and it felt real, too real. And at that time, when I would be sleeping, it will feel like it was reality, something that was happening for real. She would be all over me, and I could feel everything as if it was happening in the physical world. I thought that it was just a phase that was going to pass since I was still young, but it did not come to pass. As time went on, the signs became more and more obvious. I started waking up and I will see that there will be scratches on my thighs, scratches even on my body, and I could feel that someone had been lying next to me in bed, and I would see even some sperms right on my thighs, even though I would be alone. The moment that I would wake up after that sexual intercourse that I would be having in my dreams, I would feel like there was another presence with me. My relationship with women became strained, and I did not even care about the true relationships. I stopped caring about the real women that I had in my life because I wanted more of this woman. Sometimes when I would be sleeping during the afternoon, I would even see this beautiful woman and she will come to me and she will say that it is you and I would say, indeed, you are my wife. So at that time, that was when I saw that my life was going downhill and I just wanted to turn back. But for me to turn back, it was really hard. My luck turned bad from that year until this year. This year alone, that have been hijacked. It feels like every time I try to make something out of myself, something bad happens. I know that deep down, this is all connected to the charm that I took so many years ago. I have been trying to deny that this is what gives me a lot of bad luck. I have been with women, some of them that are highly spiritual. When they come to my house, when they spend a night with me, then in the morning, a woman will tell you that I could not sleep. When I will say, why did you not sleep at night? She will be like, there was this woman, whenever I will try to sleep, this woman will come, then she will sleep in between you and me, and she will be facing me, telling me that I need to get out of her bed. So when I saw that it was not only one woman, but a lot of these women, some that I would meet online that will tell me the same story, I became desperate for answers. Then I have seen different spiritual leaders. One of the prophets that I spoke to suggests that I go to this other church that is called Shembe Church. He said that if I go to Shembe Church, they have strong spiritual warriors who can fight these evil forces. But I am not sure if that is the right path for me to follow. On the other hand, I have heard that Pentecostal churches, they are good at deliverance. People have told me that it is the only power of Christ that can break these spiritual bonds that are holding me back. But then others, they tell me that it is far much better if I go to that church with its deep African roots. It is better suited to handle cases like mine. As for now, ke lahlekile. So ke kopa thuso ya luna, and I am just asking for help. I have been carrying this curse for over 25 years and it has been destroying my life. I know that I need to make a decision very soon. but I don't want to make the wrong one. If I do not get rid of this spiritual wife, my life will continue to fall apart. Should I go to the church as the prophet suggested, or I should seek spiritual deliverance from a Pentecostal church? Please help me. I am willing to do whatever it takes to free myself from this curse.